Retirement looks very different than most people imagine. So if you're recently retired or you're coming up to it, there's 3 big points that you need to know about that might be a little different than what you've heard. And I'm also going to be sharing some tips to how to increase the quality and fulfillment of your retirement throughout your life. But first, if you've not met me, my name is Thiago and I run a wealth management firm right outside of Washington, D.C. And my team and I do this by focusing on 3 major retirement components. The first is maintaining your current lifestyle, reducing your taxes, and helping make sure your assets are doing everything they need to do to be sustainable throughout your retirement. And we can only work with a certain group of families each year, and so we created this channel to help share what's working for the families we serve. So if retirement is on your radar, consider subscribing because we're throwing a lot of videos at you to help you plan a better retirement. Okay, so here we go. The first thing that surprises people about retirement is the fact that it can be pretty tough. The commercials make it seem like it's all sunshine and rainbows. Don't get me wrong, retirement can certainly be a wonderful and beautiful part of your life, but the reality is that you're not going to be completely stress-free like they make it seem. And there's a few reasons for this. For one, the life on which you've built much of your identity and spent so much time and effort creating suddenly gets ripped out from underneath you. And this transition can be really difficult for folks, especially if they're really heavily involved in their careers and it's a big part of their identity. This is why we encourage a lot of people to start picking up new hobbies or volunteering in new places maybe they hadn't considered before, shortly before retiring, so it eases them into the process. You also have to know that you will never pay as much attention to your portfolio as you will in the years upcoming to your retirement and in the first few years. When you're working, you know that markets fluctuate and you don't worry about it too much. You've got time, you've got an income, you're not too worried, you know over time it will recover itself. But as you're approaching retirement, and especially when you first retire, you become hyper aware of everything that happens in the markets, and that can be pretty stressful. All of these vacillations in the economy start to create sense of doubt in your plan and can really begin to wear on you. Maybe you worry about running out of money and having to go back to work, or losing money along the way that you didn't have to, or paying too much in taxes for doing the wrong thing. So one thing that can really help with this is the development of a retirement plan that you can keep referring to as time goes on. It's important that you're planning what you're going to do with your portfolio to meet your needs during years of bad markets like what we have right now. When we help our clients, we walk through exactly what their income is going to look like in retirement, even in years that there's low market performance, so that they can feel comfortable about the lives that they continue to live. And one of the things our clients love absolutely the most is when we start talking about what if scenarios. So what if there is a bear market? What if you want to buy a second house? What if you want to help your grandkids go to college and help pay for that? Having a retirement plan allows you to identify what you need to do if those risks become real. And here's an actual example of the software that we use for our clients. We can create a scenario where someone has lower returns because they didn't have a good investment plan or a withdrawal plan, and then analyze what kind of impact that can have on a family's wealth. Pretty helpful, right? And actually, if you have found this helpful, will you click the like button so that you can let us know? And if you want, consider subscribing to the channel so you get all of the videos to help make your retirement better. All right, so the second thing that surprises people about retirement is that they're still in the same tax bracket. There's this common misconception that you're gonna be spending less in retirement and you'll be in a lower tax bracket in retirement. And there are some cases where this is true, but for most clients that we serve, this hasn't been the case at all. How many of you are traveling less in retirement, spending less in retirement? No, those are the things you want to do more of. Now you have the time to be able to go out and do the things that really make you happy, especially in the beginning of your retirement. We call these the go-go years. This is when you are accelerating some of your activity while you still have the energy to be able to do so. And yes, we understand sometimes people do pay off their debt liabilities, their mortgages by the time they're retired, but likely you're gonna be spending that money elsewhere. And this is why retirement planning for that specific scenario is so important, because what if it's years of bad market returns right when you decide to do that accelerated spending? You need to be able to understand what are the reasonable levels to which your savings may drop and you're still sustainable in your retirement. Options in retirement are the most important thing. Your first pension is going to be taxed. Most of your Social Security is taxed. All of your traditional retirement money is taxed. And as a result, tax planning becomes important. People think taxes are going to be simpler in retirement. they can actually become slightly more complicated. Doing forward-looking tax planning so you can understand the areas of opportunity might allow you to save a lot more in taxes as well. Again, won't go too deep in this video. We have another video that we talk about this. Link's gonna be in the description, so check that one out after this video. Okay, so the next thing that surprises people about retirement is that it changes along the way. That's right, you don't set a retirement plan and here's your plan and you read it like a book for the rest of your life. There's different seasons. In fact, there's multiple chapters to your retirement plan. As we've helped people through those retirement phases, we've seen their interests change, we've seen their hobbies change, things that they once thought were important, maybe now they're dedicating their time towards something else, which inevitably means that your financial plan has to adjust along the way. And aside from your life changing, there are tax law changes, there are economic changes, there are market changes, various things that impact your trajectory. And as all of these changes come around, it's almost like retirement becomes neatly broken into 3 different chapters. And actually, this video right up on the screen, we talk through exactly what those 3 chapters are and what you can do to maximize each segment of your retirement. So check this video out and check the ones in the description box. All of them are designed to help you plan a better retirement. So until next time, stay wise and stay wealthy.